night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well, it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well, then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater, her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a marker and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Let some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a root. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth of Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God. That wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that wookie-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal? Y'all, we're Trap Tapping in 10 and Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking the same here at 10. Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though, big dog. Tap in with the tap in to make sure you are, in fact, tapped in with that good tap in. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. Notification bell here. All say tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use, that good knowledge. You ain't finna get nobody's college. We finna hit the likes, hit the comments, hit the good subscribe buttons. And we need y'all to make sure that y'all stay tapped in with the tap in, because if y'all tapped in with that tap in, then y'all know that's tap in. It's telling you, you feel me? We finna jump into this content. Let's jump into this good news we can use, this good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. And I need y'all to make sure if you want to be a part of the Trap News Network family, hit me up on Instagram, TRAPNEWS, NETWORX, Trap News Network. We finna jump into this content. Young and Jefe talk about Munchie B picking sides, selective politicking. Let's get into this content. You know, Munchie B was called out of his name, a very derogatory term, for the Bloods this week on No Jumper. And Munchie B has been very adamant about his, allegiance to the B team and all that kind of stuff. So to see him act this way has a lot of people, for lack of better words, confused. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, let's get into this content. Let's go.
Here we are again. We all know about the 607 Munchie B situation. Some people understand that it was an accident. Some people it wasn't an accident. Some people, he know what he was doing. He did that on purpose. Even in him in character, he know what he was doing. Adam 22 set it up. That's the type of games they play there on No Jumper. Everybody got it figured out. Everybody think their opinion is just a grave answer of what happened. And it's just ludicrous as well as hilarious, man. Just like the way that the world works and the way that people's mind works, and people just irk and jerk in their nerve, just thinking that they know what they're talking about, and to be furthest from the truth. So, being that 607 Unc said that he was a Hoover blood remover, but said the derogatory word to diss a blood, and Munchie B swiftly checked him, and he was given a grace period of getting that off, because I really don't believe he meant no harm. And a lot of people that's saying Adam set this up. How did Adam set this up? How did Adam set this up? The conversation was about 4 extras. It just came up about 4 extras. And Munchie B started pressing him on some neighborhood Hoover time. That's what actually brought the situation up. Adam 22 did not script this. He did not know that Munchie B was going to ask him, would he show 4 extras a Hoover tattoo? However, for all the people, you know what I'm saying, that's trying to conjure up, they just know what happened and, oh, yeah, he did that on purpose and Munchie marked out, or Munchie to have that same energy for this person, or people picking and choosing, or I'm telling you about these game bangers, oh, it don't matter about this, oh, it don't matter about that. Whole bunch of mumble jumble. Now, I'm about to play some footage and some clips and audio put together by Compton Rick Rock. Shout out to him for the content, and I'm reacting to this content. But in the beginning of this content that I'm about to play, I don't know who this brother is. I don't know if this is another social media personality, a person that's just trying to come up in the YouTube space or whatever, whoever he is. But it's just funny, you know. I'm not going to say too much or have too much umbrage in what he was saying, because he was directing his flow of words towards Munchie B. But I do have a minute problem with him saying, and the people that say that, oh, anybody on no jumpers compromised. Oh, you go on no jumpers compromised. So this man got a problem with Munchie B giving Unc a pass for saying the SLOB word. He then points out as well that anybody on no jumper is compromised. Anybody that go on no jumper is compromised, is what he said. Those was his words. Then he contradicts himself and says that if King Peel was up there, who the other blood dude he said? It was another blood name he said. Y'all gonna hear it. He said if either one of these dudes is up there, that situation goes a different way. King Peel, or as I like to call him, Fiend Peel, is he not clout chasing? And the stuff that he doing, coming up there barefoot and putting baby oil up there to my booty oil and all that for clickbaits and views to try to, you know what I'm saying, get some notoriety as a celebrity? Is he not compromised sitting up there with Adam 22? Like, come on, let's be real here. That's what I be talking about. People in this society just hopping out there with their self-righteousness and trying to talk this philosophical talk or talk this realness as if they just the trillest people to walk this planet of Earth. How you gonna get up there and say everybody on no jumper compromise when Peel and hung out with Adam 22 in New York with the New York with him and had 2 no jumper interviews amongst whatever else we don't know about? But he's not compromised, and if 607 Unc would have told him that, it would have went different. Man, buddy, I'm not buying none of that. Let's get into this content, man. And y'all already know it's the halfway and the heaven.
Hey, y'all ain't got on young and Jefe nerves, bro. Y'all on that nigga nerves. He's sick of you niggas, bro. Stop bothering young and Jefe. Don't care about nothing what the check say, man. Y'all bothering this nigga. Y'all on that nigga's nerves. Long story short, though, something that I do believe is, I don't believe that anybody in no jumper is compromised. I don't believe that. What I do believe is there has been a history that everyone who goes to no jumper with a gang career, as a highly decorated member of the streets, leaves no jumper without those accolades. That is a fact. Now, can young and Jefe beat the curse? So far, he beating it. So far, I think young and Jefe beating it. Munchie B, you fighting demons right now. I ain't gonna lie, big dog. You fighting demons right now. But, you know, regardless of the fact, all I'm saying is, everyone who's gone up to no jumper, a reputable gang member, has not left a reputable gang member since T-Rail and all them niggas left. I ain't saying what can and what can't happen. I'm saying what has happened. They get up there, they start playing with y'all cripping, y'all still whooping and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, we all know what happens after that. With that all being said, the whole, like, oh, you're compromised, I don't know. I don't get into all that. I don't get into everybody who is in the chats who are so obsessed with no jumper, who they be like, oh, man, I got to have it. I got to blah, blah, blah. Wooty bam, blah, blah, wooty bam, blah, blah. And all that kind of stuff. You know, so With that all being said, man, I think that we all just got to know better. And if you know better, you do better. If you knew better, you do better. But at this point, we all know better. So we're going to see where the situation goes. Let's jump back into the content.
Y'all, yeah, man. Hey, this about that clown, whatever, 60760, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Munchie, like, you know, that was some real sucker SHIT you did, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They compromise. Anybody at no jumper is compromised.
I'ma stop it right.
You let that boy call you a super loped out blood. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no apology, nothing. Cause first off, he from Florida. He knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? That's how that clown stay on the internet. Acting reckless and acting dumb, not knowing he'd get himself killed. Cause I bet you if King Pill was up there, or Giuno, they would have took flight off the rip. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing make you look bad, Munchie, you pulled the banger on the Santana fool, but you accepted this Mark apology when he knew what he was doing.
Okay, so the other name he said was G Uno. So he said if this was Pill and G Uno, this goes a different way. G Uno just issued an apology, you know what I'm saying, for coming to the 40s, you know what I'm saying, trying to aid King Pill. That's neither here or there. These dudes ain't even got nothing to do with the situation, so I don't want to make this about them or keep juggling their names around. He said their name, so I just spoke my opinion on the situation. Now, let's get back to the subject that matter and business at hand. He feel like Munchie did some sucker-ish. Am I here to argue that? No. That is his opinion. You know what I'm saying? I guess he's on that. You know, he might be a blood or whatever he is. That's on that. If he was in that room, he react differently. So just because Munchie didn't react, he's compromised. What a lot of these dudes don't know, everybody just think they know what's going on. Everybody just thinks somebody's compromising, like, oh man, compromising this seat and no jumper and this and that. We all got our own platforms that we get paid for. I get paid more on my platform right here than a no jumper check. You feel me? Like, you know, yeah, Adam looks out. Of course he looks out. He has a lot of fans, 7 million fans at his disposal. He come up there, you know what I'm saying? Munchie come up there, we all come up there. We chop news. Just because Munchie decide to let something go, he's a mark, or he did some buster stuff, or well, you reacted like this then, so.
Now, this is what I'll say. Do I think that Munchie B handled the situation inappropriately? No. I think Munchie B handled the situation the exact same way that the way that he's actually supposed to handle it as far as being an adult and being in the space that he's in. However, where the contradiction is going to come in at is Munchie B has been less than forgiving and understanding of others in this exact same situation. So he has set a tone for himself and set a standard for himself by these 1-2 steps like Sierra and these guidelines based that he's given and how he's conducted himself in the past, saying that, hey, this is acceptable, this is not acceptable, this can fly, that can't fly, I would never. And when you start saying what you would never and then you ever, oh yeah, you're going to have to hold on to that forever. I ain't going to front. So if maybe Munchie might have been a little bit more understanding with the Break Baby situation, it wouldn't have been a thing. Maybe if Munchie wouldn't have been like, hey, who is that cousin me? And all that kind of stuff in it, maybe that wouldn't have been a thing. Maybe if every situation that came up that didn't have nothing to do with the B team, that had everything to do with the Crips, specifically the Rolling Crips and the Neighborhood Crips, he didn't have such a strong, staunch opinion on as far as disrespect and how he would handle disrespect, this wouldn't be a thing. However, Munchie has politicked, and now the politics are falling upon him, so he's expected by the fan base to politic. Now, us being in LA, do we expect anything outside of smart moves? Of course not. That's idiot. Why do we expect anybody to do anything that's gonna get them their lives taken or lose a position of chili or easy money or anything like that? But again, looking at it from the stands, from the fan point and all that kind of stuff, this is super duper ultra blood. Munchie B put this stigma behind Munchie B. So all we can do, being in the podcast space is watch and learn. But as far as the fans is concerned, Munchie B has created this lore around himself and has created this image around himself. And when it came time to present, they don't feel like he presented. It's an understandable situation, especially considering the fact how Munchie's been so boisterous of all the gangs that he doesn't necessarily feel like are allied to his. And no, he's maybe not been directly disrespectful, but there's been a lot of little comments, a lot of little gestures, a lot of little remarks and all that kind of stuff that would make the fans expect him to hold to a different type of standard that he's held everyone else to. But forget what he's held everybody else to, based off how he said that he would conduct himself if put in these same situations. It's kind of what they're going on. So I think that Munchie B kind of made himself vulnerable into this situation through past conversations and past situations, and now here we are. So, you know, it is what it is.
Acted a certain way 10 years ago. People still think you're supposed to be reacting that way today. People transition and people have growth. So the main thing is this dude, he brings up the situation, I guess, where Munchie B got into it with a keyway named Beezy from Santana. Beezy say cuz him and Munchie B had some going back and forth. Them going back and forth allegedly resulted in a blick being pulled out. They say a blick got pulled out, and people wondering why Munchie B did not have that same energy for Unc. For one, Beezy is a Crip from California, from Compton. Even though Compton and Inglewood is far apart, he's still a Crip. In the county of Los Angeles. 607 Unc, GD Vice Lord, Crip blood, everything. It's a goddamn joke. What you people don't understand, this man bangs everything, dude. And I can't say that he didn't do that on purpose. But I know it didn't come on purpose because how the conversation started and where the conversation went. Y'all acting like this was pre-planned, like 607 Unc just knew he was going to say this and show Munchie B up. Man, y'all got to quit, man. Y'all got to quit that gay little BS, bro. That's not cool, bro. But I can understand the logic in people trying to question, well, you got at Beezy like this. You didn't get at 607 Unc like this. If this was an LA Crip that knew better, I honestly think this situation goes different. It goes differently. And that's just my opinion, passionately. Now, with that being said, let's get into the rest of these clips and footage and audio. And y'all already know, man, it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
Well, goddamn.
He like a.
Here's how loud you is, bro. Ain't no more alcohol in here? Over here, baby.
Bro, what's over there? It might be a little bit of something.
He tried to hand you the deer juice.
Here, girl. No, ain't no more.
Ain't no more. It's gone, dog.
He got one.
Me. Beezy.
My bad. I should have grabbed 2 bottles, man. I only grabbed 1 bottle.
But you got to get used to that with me. I ain't gonna lie, cuz.
Nah, nigga, I ain't gonna blood you, don't cuss.
Man, you could blood me.
Nah, but I
ain't on there with you on. I'm a Compton Crip, nigga. I'ma say cuz no matter what. It don't matter what you let a nigga do. That's what I'ma do.
So
nigga, that's what I'ma do. I'm a Crip, nigga. I'm a Compton Crip, nigga.
Bro, y'all doing too much. We good. We Gucci. We Gucci, bro.
Hey, hold on. Shout out to Facts Not Fiction with a hundo on the Nellas.
He ain't talking to fucking you, man.
I'm from Santana.
y'all get here, Munchie.
But why you keep saying that?
Munchie, let that shit go.
Hey, wait, y'all stop. Wait.
Pay attention to the video. Y'all see Munchie B in old boy's face. They face to face. The dude from Santana is face to face. I think his name is Beezy. He's face to face with Munchie B. Munchie B know exactly where he's at, and this is why on the WAC 100 response, he said you were supposed to follow the voice. On this video right here, it looked like he followed the voice. He knew exactly where he was at. This video gets way more intense than this. Let's get back to it. Let's go.
Wait, Munchie, wait. Come on, man. Wait, man. Listen, man, hold up, man. Come on, man. Bro. We on live, man. Listen, man.
Interview almost over anyway.
Hey. Bro. Gone. Yeah. Hey, Munchie, y'all relax. Gentlemen, y'all relax.
Ain't nobody say nothing about nobody being busted. I'm from Santana Crypto.
He said something about me.
Bro.
3 hours ago, nigga.
What you talking about? So why you jumping in anything?
Bro.
Nigga, I'm from infant Santana Crypto, and
I don't
that's
give a fuck
that.
about
Munchie, come on. All right.
Be acting like they own shit over there, my nigga. You feel me? Like, nigga, you don't own nothing over there, though, bro. Nigga, get to the hood. Nigga ain't got, nigga, we hand in front of somebody else's house. If you don't knock it off, nigga, I'm finna go in the house, go, nigga, take my shoes off, nigga, turn on YouTube, make me some content, and stay out you niggas' way. Because it be 10 niggas on the block with one strap. You feel me? I got my own strap. You feel me? I ain't passing shit on. And I ain't put my life in another nigga hands. So the fix all that, right? I'm just stay my monkey ass in the house. And, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And there's so much niggas telling out here nowadays. You don't know who's snitching. You feel me? You got a strap on you. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you got Crash, the FBI, the National Guards pulling out, going straight to you. But you want a nigga to come to the hood.
Munchie B having such a colorful response, we use the word colorful, such a colorful response to the dude from Compton Crib is why people may be looking at him like, hey, well, you did this, hey, well, you did that. No, we know, excuse me, people are allowed to make changes, allowed to make developments, allowed to make growth, but we can also understand why from the fans' perspective, they don't be trying to hear that. The fans don't want to hear that. The fans want to see you crash, crash, crash. If they loved you for crashing out, they're gonna hate you when you don't. And it's safe to say that whether y'all do or don't approve of Munchie B in this situation, where the understanding of perception and image, if I was somebody's image consultant or manager, what I would tell the label, if they were asking me about, hey, my artist is having this problem and Munchie B was an artist, I would say, unfortunately for your artist, what made the fans love him was him standing on business, so to speak, for lack of better words. It's just me improvising and all that kind of stuff, you feel me? But I got a mosquito bite on my back. Goodness gracious, it's terrible. Have you ever had a mosquito bite on your back? Golly, it's terrible. But Munchie B, you made your image, and one of your highlight moments is when you stood on business in behalf of the Bloods and you had that moment and blah, blah, blah. So to react in the opposite way, it's not that the fans ain't effing with you. It's the same fans who loved you for the moment where you whipped out Blick in a hostile situation in regards to your swooping are going to be disappointed when you don't whip out Blick in a hostile situation, according to your swooping. That's the logic behind it. But with that being said, man, whipping out Blick is hard. Red dots to the left, everybody keep their Blick in their pants. I thought that kind of sounded all weird. Everybody keep their Blick in their pants. We better jump up out of here, man. Free out of the lane, so it's free.